Yes, guys, we are back again with Premier League Game Week 11 preview. We're going to be having a lot of interesting games this week. The big one, I think we all know the big one, which is Chelsea versus Arsenal. But looking at the games this week, the game week is going to be starting with Brentford versus AFC Bournemouth. Brentford, they've started the season okay. I think they are 12th on the log. They are trying, gotten a couple of wins. But AFC Bournemouth, the last three games, they've had fantastic results. They had two good results against Arsenal and also against Manchester City in the last game. So this is going to be a very interesting game, and there should be a lot of goals. Umbremo this season, he has been scoring, firing for Brentford this season, and that will just be a good game. Looking at the next game, which is the Crystal Palace versus Fulham game, it's going to be a very interesting one also. Fulham, they got the late minute winner in their last game, scoring two goals. Wilson scoring two late goals in the 90th minutes in extra time, if I can say, to get them the 2-1 win in that game. And Crystal Palace, we've seen them struggle since the start of this season. Uh they've won only one game, and that was against Tottenham Hotspur. So it's going to be tough for them to get the win against Fulham, but they are at home at Selhurst Park. They are going to pose a very good challenge. So that's Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Looking at the next game, West Ham versus Everton. West Ham, they started the season badly. They've lost a couple of games. They struggled to get points, but in the last couple of games, they've been able to get some points. I think they have 11 points so far, and they will be going to an Everton, struggling Everton also. Started the season, a lot of red cards, a lot of bad performances from Everton, but they need to get their season going at some point. So West Ham versus Everton is going to be a good game to look out for. Also, we have Wolves versus Southampton. I think this is the battle of the relegation for now, because they are both in the relegation zone. Southampton, they are 19th on the table, and Wolves are the 20th on the table. So I think this is the relegation battle. This is a relegation one. It's going to be a very interesting game. Wolves, they've not played badly, but they've struggled to get results. We saw them concede last minute against Manchester City. We saw them draw their game against Crystal Palace 2-2. And I think they've struggled. They've struggled. They have a good coach. They have a good set of players and a good team, but they've struggled to get the result. So it's going to be a tough one. Southampton in the last couple of games, they won their game in the Carabao Cup. They won their league game also by 1-0. And I think they are building on that momentum, so they can get a win in this game too. And Wolves, they are struggling. So who says Southampton can get the win? So that's going to be another interesting game to look out for. Going on to the big ones, I think that's Brighton versus Manchester City. Brighton Manchester City is going to be an interesting game. Pep Guardiola coming off uh, back-to-back losses in the league and also in the Champions League. Lost three games in a row. I don't think that has happened to Pep in a long time, and they are struggling. They are struggling right now. There are injuries. Even the players are not firing to the level. I think they miss Rodri, and we all know how important Rodri is to the Manchester City squad. So they've struggled, and now they'll be going to Brighton. Brighton also, they play good football. Danny Welbeck has been important for them this season, scoring a lot of goals, important goals, even free kicks for them this season. That shows the level Danny Welbeck is is getting old, but he's getting better. So that's good to see. But Manchester City, they are struggling. They want to get back to winning ways in this game. They want to get the points. No matter how they get it, just need that 3 point. They need the confidence back. They need the boost back. And then Haaland want to get back on the score sheet, and they want to keep going. So I think that's going to be another interesting game. And then the last one for Saturday is going to be Aston Villa Liverpool. This is going to be at the Anfield, so Liverpool are at home. But Liverpool, and Slot has been doing a fantastic job for Liverpool. Came into the team, everyone had the doubts. I don't think anyone tipped Anslot to be the Liverpool manager, but he has come in and he has done a fantastic job. Lost just one game. They are top of the table. Top of the table, leading Mancity. Also in the Champions League, they are top of the Champions League table with a clean record, 12 points out of possible 12. So that shows the level and Slot is taking this team to. Salah, he keeps scoring, he keeps firing, he keeps just playing good, getting good performances for Liverpool. Yes, there are questions about him leaving at the end of the season, but he keeps scoring. The team, they work as a team. Everyone is enjoying themselves playing football. And I think it's going to be a tough one for Aston Villa to win, because Aston Villa, they've been struggling in the last couple of games. They lost their Champions League game also, so it's going to be hard for them to win at Anfield against Liverpool. We know how Anfield is. It's a fortress. You can't go there to get results. It's always hard to get results at Anfield. And a struggling Aston Villa side, I don't think they can get that result. So, but it's going to be a good game. It's a game that can go both ways. Liverpool might end up losing, but Liverpool versus Aston Villa is a game to look forward to. Now, moving on to Sunday. Sunday also it comes to a lot of games because of the Europa League. Manchester United, Tottenham, teams like that need to play on Sundays now because of the Thursday fixture. So the first game on Sunday is Manchester United versus Leicester City. This is going to be Wood Van Nistelrooy's last game as interim. That's before the international break, and he has done a good job. He has gotten 2 wins and a draw. So we want to make that 3 wins and a draw to win against Leicester. And Leicester, they are not a very good side. Yes, they are struggling, but in the Premier League, you don't know what to expect. We've seen different shocking results this season already, and that may continue. So Leicester, they will have to be confident. They have to build their team to come all out to try to win the game against Manchester United. Manchester United will be looking to make it the third win of Wood Van Nistelrooy's interim charge and give him a good farewell as their coach for now. So that's just be another interesting game. And another game to talk about, which is a very surprising one, I think, for everybody this season, which is Nottingham Forest. A very surprising team. Nottingham Forest versus who will be hosting Newcastle, which is going to be a very important game. Nottingham Forest, they've been on top this season. They've been on top. They are third on the Premier League table. I don't know how they did it, but they were fighting for relegation last season. But this season, they ended up going. And in 10 games, they are third on the table. They'll be playing against Newcastle. Newcastle, they've struggled to get results. Yes, they won against Arsenal in the last game, but then they've struggled this season. Eddie Howe will be looking to get the win against Nottingham Forest to spoil their run of form. Nottingham Forest, they have one of the best defense in the league so far. They've been trying to get the win, anyhow they get it. And Chris Wood, the main man for them, firing, scoring all the goals. And I think everything is just surprising for Nottingham Forest this season. The manager, Nuno Espirito Santo, doing a fantastic job with this set of players and with these boys. But that's good to see. So Newcastle, they have to be wary. They have to be on top of their game to get a win in that particular game. And Nottingham Forest want to continue their good run of form. Tottenham will be hosting Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, they are struggling. They are in the relegation zone. They struggle to get results. They've conceded in the dying minutes in some games. But Tottenham Hotspur, we know what they do. And Postecoglou doing a good job with the players. But yes, they lose some games, they win some games. I think the game will be an open game. But Tottenham Hotspur being at home, they should be able to get the win in that game. Yes, they lost in their Champions League game against Galatasaray, but still, I think they have a lot of injuries, and I think that's what Ipswich can bank on. That's what they can build on. That's what will give them confidence that they can win against this uh, Tottenham Hotspur side. Now to the big one, which is Chelsea versus Arsenal going down at Stamford Bridge. I think it's going to be the big game of the weekend. It's going to be exciting. Arsenal, they've struggled. They've also lost a couple of games. They lost to Inter. They lost to Newcastle in the weekend. Now they would want to get that win. Arsenal will be desperate for a win because if they lose this game against Chelsea, then the fans will start to cry. They will start to have uh, different issues coming up because yes, there are some injuries. A very important one to Odegaard as the main man for Arsenal, but still, I think they would want to get a result. They've lost a couple of games and they would want to lose this game against Chelsea. So it's going to be important for them to step up, play really well, take their chances. Very important. Saka needs to be on fire. Martinelli needs to be on fire. These players, they need to step up. And for Chelsea, they started the season well. They are fourth on the table. I know, yes, no one saw them at this position before the start of the season because a new manager, Enzo Maresca, it takes time for it to work. But yes, he's getting the way to work around these players to build this team. They won 8-0 in the Conference League game. Yes, it's a very the side they play against is not a very good side, but still they are scoring the goals. They are building. Yes, they drew to Manchester United in the last Premier League game, but that performance was not good enough. So you would want a response in the league for his Chelsea players. They want to step up. Cole Palmer will be looking to get on the score sheet and build on his fine form this season. So it's going to be an interesting game week in total. We'll be having a lot of good games. Hopefully, we see a lot of goals, a lot of good performances to look forward to this Premier League game week. Let's enjoy the football. Let's enjoy the goals. Let's enjoy the games, and let's let's just be happy and be entertained by the Premier League, guys. Stay tuned. Smash a like on the video. Drop your score predictions for these games in the comments and just let me know what you think about the games and which one is going to be your big game of the week. But I think we all know that which is going to be Chelsea versus Arsenal. Our football family, stay tuned. Thank you.